July, August is our dry season in the upper Midwest. This is the first year of having a sprinkler system during that time. I put this baby in late last year. So I'm really looking forward to having it, to getting my grass through that tough time for us. And I want to get it tuned up. I want to get my control system really dialed in to make sure I'm putting on the right amount of water. I am on city water, so I have to pay for it. I'm willing to do that, but I don't want to overpay and overuse water, obviously. So what I'm doing here is I'm running my sprinkler system with a bucket out there to collect water, and I'm going to get a per hour rate of water application to put in my smart controller to make sure that the assumptions it has to control my water usage are accurate. "10 minutes is up. Let's collect our bucket and see how much water we have in it." Bucket to my workbench to get an accurate measurement. But as you can see, there's not a ton of water in there, so this gets a little bit easier the longer you run it. There's a little bit more water in there to measure, but we're gonna attempt to take a measurement at this 10-minute interval. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is use this paint stick. It's not even a new one, it's a used one, but on this side we've got our raw wood. So in theory we can stick it in there and we're gonna see a witness line where that water level was. So let's do that. And perfectly here, we do have that. So I'm gonna lay this down and get a good measurement on that. So after 10 minutes, we have our measurement, 1/8 of an inch collected in our bucket here. So we have to multiply that 6 to get the per hour rate. So that would be 6/8 of an inch. Take the 2, 3/4, so 0.75, 3/4 of an inch per hour is the rate we put on in zone 1. On to zone 2. It is interesting, the default in the smart controller is 3/4 of an inch per hour, which is exactly what I got in zone 1. I guess that means my system is pretty typical. Got zone 2 bucket. Let's see what this gives us. Again, that's right at 1/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch an hour. And when I designed the system, I used the same spacing and sprinkler heads throughout the entire lawn. So that tells me all of my zones, I'm pretty confident, are putting on about 3/4 of an inch an hour. That's a good enough assumption for all the zones for the smart watering feature. So what that does is then take that rate and monitors the weather, and I put in cool season grass type and all this different stuff, and it assumes a evaporation rate and a plant use rate, and then determines how often and for how long to water. So I'm just gonna let this thing run and see how it does this summer on its smart watering thing. And as one last thing I have to think about, I just starts at 4 a.m. and it does its thing and monitors the weather, knows when it rains, and then it delays basically the watering. And then if it doesn't rain for a while, it inserts watering. The other thing is you put in soil type. So I've got a loamy clay type soil, a mix of both. And what I wasn't doing, but it does, it'll run each zone for say 15 minutes, cycle through them, and then run them again for 15 minutes to make sure that there's not runoff, and the rate at which the soil can absorb that moisture, it accounts for that and doesn't water too much at one time. So interesting stuff. We'll see how it goes, and keeping the lawn healthy through the hot, dry portion of summer here in the upper Midwest. It is early July, and it's been hot and dry, and I couldn't be happier with my irrigation system and the smart controller. It is putting on the right amount of water to prevent any dormancy. There's not a hint of brown from lack of water, but it's also not overwatering. There's never standing water. Parts of the lawn are never drenched. It's doing a very good job, and I hate to admit this, a better job than probably I would do on runtime and controlling the sprinkler system. So I'm more than happy to continue to let this B-Hyve smart controller by Orbit continue to do its thing. On a side note, parts of my lawn like this don't get a lot of sun, but they often struggled with lack of water, and that is because the canopy above the trees, a lot of the rainfall would never get to this area of the lawn. So it doesn't need a lot of water because it's relatively shaded and temperature stays cooler there. However, it would often get dry because the rain wasn't getting there. You can see that is not the case with an irrigation system. This grass is looking better than ever. I was debating whether that was because lack of sunlight and the grass species wouldn't take off. And it could use a little bit more sunlight. I don't know that I can get away with 100% bluegrass in there with the amount of sun it gets, but you can see it's very happy right now getting water. Well, thanks for watching. If you're on the fence of doing a sprinkler system or getting a smart controller, I 100% recommend both. I've been very happy with the sprinkler system. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It is taking the lawn to the next level, getting us through these dry, hot months without going into dormancy, which is important. Although you think you're going to get away without cutting your grass, that's when the weeds attack and come in strong. And that's unfortunate. It pushes your grass out. Then you're in this cycle of reseeding, trying to get your grass to take back over. Anyway, I'm going to stick with watering. Thanks for watching. Adios.